0.85 minus 0.54. Let me take and last one more, let me define. 0.54 minus 0.38. This is n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to 5, 6. Now what is the minimum energy needed to excite electron from the ground state to first excitation? Electron is here. I want to make it to jump. It should undergo transition. For that, what should be the energy needed? There's a ground state, first excited state. How much of energy? So what is the imagination? You should have imagination like this. This is very important. Students don't run away from again drawing diagrams. Here also you can draw diagrams. Maybe in chemistry you didn't bother, but in physics we need to draw a diagram because it will help us you to write the equations. The electron in the ground state, put it like this. Now it should be the electron not depend, the hydrogen atom should go to the second excited state or the first excited state. So this is n equal to 1. This is n equal to 1. Put like this. This is n equal to. There's a method of drawing diagram. No. So what I need, I'll send a photon. I'll send a photon. Now what should be the energy of this to excite it to this one? This hydrogen atom, ground state, you write it. This is in a first excited state. You should have that energy diagram and also this imagination. Now, what should be the energy of photon? Anybody? I think I'll take the difference. How much of difference of this? 10.2 electron volt. How to calculate that? Which will be higher? Which will be higher energy? This one or this one? This is higher energy. Where the energy, where the hydrogen atom, when it will have maximum energy, when the electron jumps to the infinity, then what is the energy of hydrogen? Will become 0. So 0 will be greater than minus 13.6. This will be higher energy. So how you should calculate, how we should calculate energy of photon? Should be equal to E2 minus of E1. E2 is how much? Minus 3.4 electron, minus of minus 13.6 electron volt. So solve this, you'll get 10.2 electron volt. So this should be the energy of photon. If a photon comes with this much of energy, what this hydrogen atom will absorb it and it will make a transition to the first excited state. Then for what time it will be there? For 10 to the power of minus 6, again it will de-excite and it will give out that photon here. So how to excite hydrogen atom? What is the minimum energy needed to excite hydrogen atom? That I'm putting that 10.2 electron. This is the minimum excitation energy. Shall we call this? Minimum. So just to make it to jump from ground state to first excited state, you have to supply energy to the hydrogen atom 10.2 electron. How to supply? I'll take help of photon. No. Next thing, if a photon comes with energy less than 10.2 electron volt, what will happen? So there's a hydrogen atom. There's a photon. It is coming with energy how much? Let it be selected 10 electron volt. What will happen to this particular hydrogen atom? Will it absorb? The answer is no, because according to the Bohr's postulates, what are the states in which electron can exist? Either at n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the space is quantized. Can you remember formula? I just brought space quantized. Where is the probability of finding electron? Either here, here, or here. In between, not possible. But sir, it is exciting. Yes, it is exciting. It can move, but it cannot accept 10 electron volt. If you give 10 electron volt, it cannot jump. It's a 10, no? Not 16, 10. If the photon comes with 10 electron, the hydrogen atom cannot take 10. Okay, sir, at least 10.2 it will go here. 10 electron, so let it go till here and come. What is the problem with that? Okay, I think if you want, you can design such atomic structure, but in nature, what we have, the atomic structure is not behaving like that. It cannot take in between. These states are not defined. These are like a forbidden. So space is quantized. That's what the body has predicted. Where all you can see the electron at what distance, either at a naught, 4a naught, 4a naught, or 9a naught, or 16a naught. So if it comes with 10 electron naught, what when the hydrogen atom will not accept this. So what will happen to photon? It will be just reflected back with 10 electron volt and nothing will happen to this hydrogen atom. These are very important parts which you have to develop. This is the initial, this is a photon incident. The photon will be just reflected back. Next again thing, if a photon comes with energy more than 10 electron volt, so let it come with 10.5 electron volt. Next condition, or 11 electron volt will give it. N equal to 1. What will happen to this one? The photon, how much energy needed? So 10.2 electron to get excitation. So here the photon will supply that, it will absorb that, and the remaining 0.8 electron volt will be left over, and the hydrogen atom will jump to N equal to 2. The electron will jump to higher state. So what happened? The photon, it will return back with just I'm giving that one. So 0.8 electron volt, it will be there. So how much needed? That much it will absorb, and it will jump to the N equal to 2 and will return back here. So this is what happens for the hydrogen atom, that one. Sir, like I want to send it to N equal to 3. Then calculate the difference. And if it comes with that much of energy, it will be there. And now similarly, let me increase this energy of the photon, incident photon. This is like I call better incident photon. I'll keep on increase the energy. Let me give energy 13.6 electron volt. Then what will happen to this electron? This is just only diagrammatic representation. Later on the numericals, I'll bring that conservation of momentum all over to do. Just to explain the energy diagram, I'm just giving this logical thinking. And now if it is comes with 13.6 electron volt, what conditions will arise? If it comes with, if the photon, incident photon, there's an incident photon, there's hydrogen atom in the ground state. Then this is the nucleus, and the electron will be separated by infinity. So what shall I say now? It got ionized. No, earlier this was hydrogen atom. Now what you should call hydrogen ion. Shall I say ionized? So what should be the minimum energy needed to ionize hydrogen atom? I'm just going to say that 13.6 electron volt. If you supply hydrogen atom energy equal to 13.6 electron volt, what will happen to hydrogen atom? It will get ionized. That electron will become free from the influence of the nucleus. And no longer what happened, the electron will be revolving around the nucleus here. So then it will become hydrogen ion. I'm showing the separation, infinity, that one. So what is the ionization energy for hydrogen atom? 13.6 electron. Shall I say that what is the binding energy of electron for the hydrogen atom in the ground state? 13.6 electron. With what energy the electron is binded to hydrogen atom? 13.6 electron volt. This is the binding energy of electron. What is the binding energy of electron in the first excited state? 3.4. Second 1.5. So usually where the hydrogen atom, because here it will stay only for 10 to the power of minus 8, no. So if at all, if I'm doing any experiment, all my experiments will be done when the hydrogen atom in ground state only. So therefore the binding energy of hydrogen atom means I should not define with respect to this. I should define with respect to ground state here. So what is the binding energy of electron? What is the binding energy of hydrogen atom? Binding energy, hydrogen atom in ground state. 13.6 electron. This one, so if you give this much of energy, it will get ionized here. So who can supply this energy? The electron. So I'll make the electron to accelerate to a potential difference of 13.6 volt. Then it will acquire this much of this electron goes and collides with hydrogen atom, will supply this. So what is the ionization potential for hydrogen atom? 13.6 volt will write. What is the excitation potential for hydrogen atom? 10.2 electron volt. So I can supply energy through photon or electron. Here I just shown the photon here. No, this is about the binding energy concept and excitation energy, excitation potential, like a binding energy potential, that one. So what is the like a ionization potential we'll call. What is the ionization potential of hydrogen atom? We say 13.6 volt. What is the excitation potential of hydrogen atom? Minimum excitation potential, that should be 10.2 volt. Like this we define it. Okay, now this is about the photon. If it comes with more energy, less energy, this is what you're saying. Let's start with electron now. If electron is incident, say we are trying various methods. What is that? First through photon I shown. Next I'll come with electron. If electron strikes an hydrogen atom, can it supply energy? Yes. Next after electron, we'll bring some other atom. If an atom comes and collides with hydrogen atom, how it can? So how to excite hydrogen atom? First by making the photon or the light incident on hydrogen atom. Second, by sending electrons. Third, by sending alpha particle, or by sending proton, or by sending some other nuclei or some other atoms. Like that, these are the methods which I'm going to use to excite hydrogen atom. Now let me start with electron. If electron comes with an energy, there's the incident energy, there's the incident electron. It comes with say 10 electron volt. The hydrogen atom is there in the ground state. The hydrogen atom is there in the ground state. Two electrons, don't get confused here. This is the incident electron. No. Can it, what is the type of collision will occur? It will come and collide here. When it collides, so what is the type of collision it will occur? It will just rebound. So what is electron? Nothing will happen and the hydrogen atom will be there in the ground state only. And the electron will just rebound. Sir, hydrogen atom will not get any momentum. What is the mass of hydrogen atom compared to electron will be very much greater, no? So this hydrogen atom will behave like a wall. We'll just assume it. Or you are holding it, you are not permitting it to move. Just hypothetical, to develop the idea of how to excite hydrogen atom. So when it comes electron, so what is the type of collision? Shall we say elastic? Elastic collision? No, if the electron comes with like a more than around say like a 11 electron volt, then if electron comes with 11 electron volt, 11 electron volt, and what will happen to this hydrogen atom? After collision, the electron will be left over with then it will jump to the second excited state. Again, it will give out that particular photon here. Now, what is the type of collision here? It was elastic, you know. What about in this case? Any name for collision will give. Here you can survive. There is no momentum conservation, nothing. Is it momentum conserved, not conserved? So I'm treating this electron, this atom like a wall. This hydrogen atom like a wall, because mass of hydrogen atom will be very much greater. So hardly it moves. I'm assuming like that. Or better say hypothetical cases. Kinetic energy, electron, no, it is electron, no. It will have only kinetic energy. Here what will happen again? This hydrogen atom again will undergo de-excitation to give out photon. There's another thing after that. So what we get is like hydrogen atom will come to the ground state, will not be there. What happened? The energy, a photon will be given out. How much of energy of photon? 10.2 electron volt. And it will return back to ground state. For a time, for first excited state. For what time it will be there? For 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds. For that duration of time only open, it will stay there. Getting this one? Now, shall we call anything collision? Definitely. So look at the kinetic energy of electron. It is at rest. It got decrease here, no? So we can call this as inelastic collision here. So like this open will supply energy through the electron also. Through electron also we can excite hydrogen atom. I think this is least preferred. Just only for students to analyze how to get excited, we are showing that one. Okay, let's come for the basic traditional method, like using the collision of hydrogen, that one. So what I do, I'll fill up a hydrogen gas in a tube. One hydrogen atom not possible. I think all of you try to understand. I cannot isolate an atom. So what is the method? What we do is like we'll just take I'll fill up hydrogen gas in a tube. Then I'll pass a beam of particles which they wanted to impart energy to hydrogen atom. And those particles, they go and collide. Then we can, I look at the spectrum. From the spectrum open, I'm going to analyze the conditions. So I'll start with I think this is what the type of numericals what you can expect now. Know what I'm going to do. This is the core part of the atomic physics. Once you can understand this, the other numericals you can manage here. So some